Connor, just talk to us about what this inquiry has found.
Well, Polmont has been plagued by scandal for very many years now. As you said, it is the largest Young Offenders Institute prison in Scotland, and it has been at the centre of a string of suicides among young people, and also at the centre of an inquiry that has delivered its recommendations today, delivered its verdict on what happened, specifically looking at two cases, two young people who lost their lives. The first being 16-year-old William Lindsay, who had not been convicted of any crime. He was on remand, and 3 days into his stay at Polmont took his own life. Why is that clearly important, and why were concerns raised about that? Well, he had been a history of mental health problems. He tried to take his life 14 times in the space of his short life, just 16 years old. And this inquiry today is absolutely damning on the treatment that he received at the hands of the authorities here in Scotland, saying that his death was avoidable. The other case being examined here was 21-year-old Katie Allan, a university student who was convicted in court of drink driving and was sentenced to spend time in Polmont prison. Her parents, who have been campaigning tirelessly for years, said that she endured a petrifying experience behind closed doors. She was being threatened and bullied in the days leading up to her death. A suicide note found beside her body said she just could not take it anymore, and she was also forced to parade naked in front of staff. That is the allegation from her parents. All the while, those safety concerns were raised, and the allegation is that they were not acted on. Again, this fatal accident inquiry here in Scotland giving its determination today and saying that there were systemic failures. We're here in Glasgow, where we have been hearing from the families of those who lost their lives at Polmont. Again, they are furious today. They are attacking the government, they're attacking the prison service, saying they should hang their heads in shame, saying, quote unquote, they are complicit in the deaths. One of those speaking was Katie's mother.
We did not know it was possible to feel such a range of emotions all at once until Amber began to read the determination to us yesterday. Anger, relief, vindication, pain, and ever-present grief. There are no human rights upheld in our story. Katie was not afforded her right to life, and we have not been afforded a prompt and transparent investigation into her death.
Transparency and accountability, clearly a theme in this, and the lack of it. One particular call for change from these families is to lift the immunity that the prison service, the prison staff, the authorities have from prosecution. They are immune from being criminally prosecuted for these deaths and any deaths that occur in Scottish prisons. They say that needs to change. The prison service was not doing any interviews today, not answering any questions on this. Clearly, they say they send their condolences to the family of those who died, and they will look at these 25 recommendations made and look to see what can be implemented going forward. But there is no doubt this report today is a cold, hard reality check for big changes that clearly need to come in Scotland's criminal justice system.